Okay, the first thing I want to explain about gambling, lottery, and winning. What makes it so popular, what makes it addictive, and why it is considered negative. The human being has a natural propensity, a natural desire to know the future. In other words, he has the ability to foresee. In order to allow that ability to function, he must have a chemistry that stirs him or her up and gets him or her interested in knowing the future. The lottery is no different. Dice, cards, flipping coins, tossing, any form of foreseeing excites the human mind, the human curiosity. When an excess of chemistry is produced in one's biology, one's brain, the control of that interest exceeds one's reasoning. That's where the addiction comes in. That's where the person becomes addicted to gambling. At that point, that human being is not interested in winning. They're only interested in foreseeing the future. It doesn't matter if they win or lose. The chemistry only wants to know the future. Since they have no control over this flowing chemistry, it becomes excessive, out of control, out of order. 2, every abstract idea carries its own energy field. Every abstract idea carries its own energy field. It's the same when gambling. When they start that lottery in this state, a energy for gambling will come into the state. It's already here with the dogs. If you watch on Friday, the folks getting on that bus trying to get to Alabama, you know. Everything operates by energy, by spirit, by electricity. We live in an electrical universe. Numbers represent that electricity. Okay? Understand that. The urge to play will come up on you like a demon at certain times. You know, I've had the experience myself. You know, I just wanted to play. I recall one incident where I came out of a little store in Cleveland, and this black woman came up the street, and for whatever reason, you know, there's other people on the street, and she came up, she started waving at me, hey, give me a number, any number. She just wanted to play, you know, or in her conscious mind, she felt lucky, you know, but the energy that was moving her was the energy or the spirit of gambling, okay? It's very real. You're going to experience it. This isn't a great prophecy. This is just from empirical knowledge, my own experience and the experience of those in Ohio who also play. You back off when that happens. You back off. Put your money back in your pocket is what I mean. You can do the workout, turn on the TV and watch it. Let that go past. You want this thing to happen here, intuitively. After you do the workout, when you do this workout, you're giving your spirit something real to focus on. And it will help you select the number. Now, there are 3 parts to winning. 1 is just having the right number. 2 is having some money on the day that you have the right number. And 3, getting it to the window. Sounds simple. Oh, buddy. The job, the babies, the husband, the car, all kind of stuff starts going on when you try to get that number to the window. Not all the time, but sometimes. I gave a young lady 3 numbers from her name. One of them was 3:15. It was at 6:30. She didn't mention the fact that she didn't get off to 7:30. You know, and not only, and all she had to do was go 30 feet because the lottery store was right across from Wendy's. 30 feet. Her boss would not let her take off. You know, and she tried to sneak out, and they had locked the front door because the place was closed. And bing, 315 fell that same day. So a lot of stuff is involved in, again, the law of harmony. And then sometimes you're not supposed to gamble. There's a time to win and a time to lose. You want to be not playing when it's time to lose, okay? And playing when it's time to win. That has much to do with what we're going to talk about later, divine order. If you have divine order in your life, your spirit and the universe will work things out for you. Okay? We're not trying to become gamblers. We're thinking about one thing, W-I-N, win. That's it. If you can hold on to that, you'll be much better off than what you will see happening here in Atlanta when that lottery comes. Well, black folks will be, you think the drug addict is sometimes trying to get hold of some money. But it's an exciting game. It'll give a lot of black folks more depth in their lives. Maybe even some will become curious enough to wonder how come this works, you know, in terms of numbers, their dreams, their intuition, because black folks have an extraordinary ability to find a number. You know, if I'm in line and I'm standing behind one of these old grandmas and she's talking, I'm listening because I know grandma got something up. You know, honey, I dreamed about this flower, and I went on and I put that 229 in, and head come. There it was, 229. You know. So I stand by grandma every chance I get because I know she got something going. But she doesn't understand the laws that govern the universe, and she doesn't know about this. You know, this is a real gift here. I mean, every time you pull this sheet open here, they can't play a number on this planet that's not on this sheet. It cannot be done in 3-digit form. This is it. This is all of them. There are only 220. Okay. We'll look at that in a minute. Let's get busy. Did we give up on 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5? Okay, well, let's leave that alone. We're supposed to press 33 for lottery. Yeah, I'll give you another $1. I ain't no cheat. Okay, you want to get the phone again? Let me do it. Just give me the phone. Let me do it. This is the count system we're using. We're using the count system, which is the old Egyptian system. Okay? The count system. 111, 123, 137. Write that down. That's important in understanding why there are 3 columns for one number. Most folks that have used this system only use 1 column. So they think the number isn't there. But 70% of the time, the number can be found in this workout. 70% of the time. Okay? Now, I quit playing the New York number. I'm just looking at it because I'm familiar with this stuff, this energy. Got these dudes sitting over here in the shoe shine polish looking stupid. You know, work all day and come back, take their money, and play all their money. You know, that's a habit. You know, they got a problem, and they need a solution. Okay. No, I don't want to use that. I'm going to use this. This. Okay. Okay, you press 33 to get this number, but it's easier or cheaper to pay 50 cents a day.
Welcome to the new and improved USA Today Lottery Hotline. Don't throw away your old lottery ticket. You can now check winning numbers for any date in the past year. It's as easy as knowing which date and what date to select. We also tell you about the hot and cold numbers for every Big 5 and Big 6 games, so you can have fun with
I heard it.
Okay.
Beep. Yeah.
Did it beep?
Yeah, I heard it. It was small beep. Yeah.
This is just like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't interfere.
You didn't cut me off.
Go back on the TV.
I don't hear anything.
Press the two-letter abbreviation for the state that you want. The two-letter abbreviation for your state is the same as the postal code. For example, Colorado is
See, yes, he makes
O
sense. Yes, he
or
can use that.
26 on your touchtone pad. For a list of all the state codes, please press the pound sign on the lower right-hand corner of your touchtone keypad. Please press the two-letter abbreviation for the state that you want.
That one looks like it is.
Two-letter abbreviation
Okay,
for your
punch
state
NY for me.
the postal code. For example, Colorado is CO or 26 on your touchtone pad. For a list of all the state codes,
Did you
please
hang
press
out?
the pound sign on the lower right corner of your touch. The following is a list of all the state codes. You can make your selection at any time during this message. The multi-state game Powerball, formerly known as Model
I'm pressing
America,
Y.
is 7-2.
Wait a minute. What's the,
Arizona is 2-1. The Tri-State Lottery is 8-7. Oneida. You selected the Tri-State Lottery. For current winning numbers, press 1. For past winning numbers, press 2.
New York.
For hot numbers, press 3.
Current, yeah, current winning number.
The winning Tri-State Lottery numbers for Saturday, March 20, 1993 are as follows. In the Big 3 game, the winning numbers are 0 and 7. In the Big 4 game, the winning numbers are 2, 4, 2, and 0.
0 and 7?
The winning numbers
Oh,
for
007?
Saturday, March 20, 1993
I heard 1 0.
are 1,
0 and 7.
20,
0 and 7.
30,
Yeah.
33.
0 and 7?
0 and 7.
That can't be the big three.
When would it make ask you to do it
I
again?
told you to let me do it. Get everything out my reach here. Okay, let me. Okay,
It'll let you repeat it?
all right. Okay. Yeah, but we're wasting time. I wanted to do this in 15, 20 minutes.
Press 3 to exit. Press 2 to repeat it.
For current winning numbers,
Yeah.
press 1. For
Press
past winning numbers, press 2.
Okay.
The winning Tri-State Lottery numbers for Saturday, March 20, 1993 are as follows. In the Big 3 game, the winning numbers are 0, 4, and 7.
0, 47.
4 game, the winning numbers are
Okay,
2,
turn it off. Thank you.
2,
Okay,
0.
everybody got that 0, 4, 7. It's important that you have the correct chronology of how the number came out. Not just any combination of the number, but exactly how it came out. Okay. In the 1-1 count, it's a simple sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, boarding will be long enough for that size. Okay. I want everybody to write this down because I want you to use this. This is not just amusement. Because I know everybody in here is going to play. Because I know what your spirit is going to tell you when you need something. You get caught unawares. That's
That's 3.
That should be 0, 4,
9.
7.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3.
3.
0, 4, 7.
Then you count down from here 3 digits. 1, 2, 3. This is where you draw your square. You include the next 3 numbers. 1, 2, 3. That's the center of 9. From here to here, is 11 movements. 11 is the vibration of revelation. Is why this works. But the numbers you're concerned with are inside of the 2 appearances of 047, or whatever that number may be. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, actually, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 is the way that should be. Okay. So it should be 1, 2, 3. So it should be here. I got this kind of screwed up here. Okay.
Right here for you. Eraser, right there.
Okay. Okay. Everybody, did you put this up under here?
Yeah.
You got that? Everybody got this one written down? Okay.
So where's that square supposed to be, 3, 7?
It's here instead of there. Yeah.
Oh, it start with the 4?
481.
481, that's where it starts.
1, 2, 3. And under here. Then 1, 2, 3. Here.
603.
Yeah.
481
I'll
to
try to
603.
write big enough so it can be
481 to
seen.
603. Okay.
Yeah.
You ain't sure?
Okay, got that written down?
Yeah.
Okay. Venus, are you writing back there? Everybody's chart that I've done in here has outstanding intuition. You have what's so-called psychic ability. There is no reason for you all to be minus money. None whatever, except you're ignorant of your own powers. The universe isn't, and the universe isn't poor. Anything that you yearn, long for, or need, and are not getting is your own fault. It's not God's. Now, this is just one method of how to prosper. I'm not expecting you all to just get money to pay household goods. I'm expecting some of you all to go from employee to employer.
Well,
Okay, I'm expecting that from this group here, not those out there. I'm talking. The things I'm saying is for the people in here. You all are going past poverty if you follow this knowledge, if you use this knowledge, if you think prosperity. Poverty is your only sin. Being ignorant of yourself is poverty. Being sick is poverty. Being melancholic is poverty. Being without love and romance, happiness and joy is poverty. It isn't just about money. You can have money and be so unhappy, you'll spend it, throw it away. We're talking about prosperity. So we're talking about real power. You're supposed to demonstrate with this knowledge. This is not for you to carry around in your head just to have something nice. The universe expects it of you because you're here seeking knowledge, seeking power. So you must seek prosperity. Okay? All right. I don't want to see you sitting there doing nothing now. That really bothers me. Second set of numbers, 1, 2, 3. It's the same system except you simply add where you see the numbers. That's how many you add. 1 here, 2 here, 3 here. Here's the system. 407. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on 0. You only use one number. The Egyptian did not carry a number. Okay, just one number. 4. You're adding 2 numbers. 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4. Okay, you see how the number returns to itself?
Right.
Okay. 7 and 7, 14. 7 and 4, 11. 7 and 1, 8. 7 and 8, 15. 7 and 5, 12. 7 and 2, 9. 7 and 9, 16. 7 and 6, 13. 7 and 10, what am I doing? Okay. 7 and 9, 16, 7 and 6, 13.
They go back up to,
What did I do? I added 3s. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, let me erase this. 7 and 7, 14.
7.
Oh, excuse me.
0.
3 and 7, excuse me. 3 and 7 is 10. 3 and 0, 3. 3 and 3, 6. 3 and 6, 9. 3 and 9, 12. 3 and 2, 5. 3 and 5, 8. 3 and 8,
1, 4, 7.
4, 7.
your alignment's off, that's all.
That's all.
Yeah, just 4, 7.
The alignment.
Wait a minute,
1, 4, 7.
1, 4, 7.
You left out the 4.
It's just the alignment.
1, 4, 7. You left out the 4, right?
Oh, did it right here?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a 4 and then
About
7.
2, 9, 2, 4.
Okay. Okay, very good.
We know.
All right, now you count. 1, 2, 3. I got these numbers here.
Yeah, all of
1, 2. 6 goes here.
Yeah.
The 9 there. So 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Is that making any sense? Okay. This is the structure here, but I wanted to use today's number so we can take a look at it. Okay.
Fuck me up.
Is it clear to everyone now that's doing it? Okay. You got it? Not quite. What'd you miss?
It's the no.
Got the first 2 rows down.
Okay, the next row is with a 3. Just start here, Bill, with a 3 and add a 3 each time. But you only put down one number, that's all.
I got it written out. I understand it.
Okay. I want you to understand the method, you know, because the number, yes.
What do you do when you get a double digit number? 12,
You don't care.
Yeah, there aren't any double numbers in this system. So 3 and 7 is 10, 3 and 0 is 3, 3 and 3 is 6, 3 and 6 is 9, 3 and 9 is 12. 3 and 2 is 5. 3 and 5 is 8. 3 and 8 is 1, 11. 3 and 1 is 4. 3 and 4 is 7. That's going to get back to 047.
We got it now.
Okay? Got it? Okay. All right, let's move to the next column.
I will help. I'll answer.
1, 3, 7. That's the count. 1, 3, 7. Okay? That's the count you're using. Okay. 1, 3, 7 is the count. Okay. You take the first column and go all the way down back to 0. It's the easiest way to do this instead of trying to count all the way across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. In the next, you add 3. 3 and 4 is 7. 3 and 7 is 10. 3, 6, 9, 12, 5, 8, 11, 4. Now here you add 7. 7 and 7, 14, 4, 11, 8, 15, 12, 9, 16, 13, 10, 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, got that? Okay. So those are the 3 count systems for 3 columns of the same number. Each time you forecast this, you always use the number that fell the previous day. We're working on yesterday's number to forecast the number for today in New York.
So now, which numbers do you play? The ones in the box?
We haven't gotten that.
Oh, okay. I gotta make a phone call.
Should have had this class Friday.
All right, so we're going to go back to column 1 so we can take a look at column 1. 1, 1, 1. 047.
Check.
Second part of the system is the compilation of numbers that have moved. That's all I'm referring to those, the compilation of numbers that have moved. They're taken from whatever the middle number is. No matter what this number is, you start here. You count 44, this number plus this number plus this number plus this number. 4 and 1. 41. No, 41. 4 and 2. 42. The third number you get from this number and the one under it. 54. Okay? The first number in the number that fell and the number under it is the third set of numbers. 54. Then you go from here to the third number, 43. Okay, now you start counting backwards. Everybody got this? Okay, this number here, you always take this middle number, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. And you add this number to it, 4 and 1. 41, you count from the number here down, 42. You place it on the side of your sheet in this manner, this order. Then you take these two numbers, whatever they are, the number this number, the number under it, and the number here. It should have been 56. Excuse me, I'm looking at this. I should have wrote that up there. 56. This number here and this number. 5 and 6. Whatever the second number is. This is the first number, not this one.
So the first number is?
It's 5.
You take the 4.
5 and 6. No, not the 4. The 5 and 6. Because this is the first number that moved. So you take this number. Let me erase this because I'm confusing myself with that. Okay, this is the original number. You take the next number from the middle column, the 5 or whatever it is, and the number under it, to compile your third column here, 56. Then you take this number to get here, your fourth column, 4 and 3. This number comes from here, 4 and 1, 41. 4 and 2, 42. 4 and 3. 5 and 6 here. Then you go here. But to break up the unison of the number, because the numbers don't flow in unison like that. Okay. Okay, you got that? Now, you count just backwards 3 columns up. 41 is 30. 29. 18. Is that 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 0, 9, 8. That's all you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Egyptian counting.
Right.
Okay, 42, 31, 20, 19, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 0, 9. 56, 45, 34, 23, 5, 4, 3, 2, 6, 5, 4, 3. Energy moves forward, and it also moves backwards. The state in astrology is called retrograde. When the planets appear to be moving backwards, it's only the energy, not the planet. But energy does regress. It moves backwards. And in that is where you get the phenomenons, like last week, Anybody's paying attention? Triples fell everywhere, all over the country. Yeah. That was a retrograde state. We'll deal with that later. Okay, the next one is 32, 21, 10. Okay? That's all you're doing. It's very simplistic, but it's just kind of keep. Even I make mistakes. To determine if your workout is correct, all you have to do is to look and see if you're coming back to this number in 11 counts. If you don't get back here, 11, go back through your workout and look to see what mistake you made. That's all. There will come a time when you'll be doing the workout, and you will make a mistake that is not a mistake. Your spirit through your hand will be showing you the number. I've done it several times. Thought it was a mistake. I'm telling you something. Your spirit will work with you with this if you want some money. If you don't, get on well. Okay. Got that? No? Oh, yes.
Write it down.
Okay, all right. Well, you got that part there, right? Okay, now here's what you do with this. This is how you get the accumulation of the power of numbers as they have moved. You begin to build your columns here on this side of the paper. I put this on this side of my paper like that. Using up all this time.
We got time.
Okay. Well, I want to get on to some other things, too, because we're going to do this every week. But I want to compile it gradually so that you don't get overwhelmed by this. Believe me, this can be overwhelming. I think this is the last one I calculated. Here's how I use color because, and you will eventually, too, once you understand the vibrational color of each number. Okay, that's the compilation I'm talking about down at the bottom. Okay? That's how you set it up. This is what you're going to extract from it. These numbers here. This is where one of the places you look for what's called lead number. If you get the lead number, you'll need nothing else. Okay. In fact, we're going to work with this in terms of 47. Okay. If you had suspected it was column 1 by your workout, which I'll show you, I'll do that next week. All you do is play this group of numbers. Wouldn't it matter what number it was you would have won? There's 704 down at the bottom there. All you do is play 12 numbers, which would cost you 50 cents, which would cost you $6. That would have brought you $41.50 in Ohio. I don't know what it's going to be here. If you played a $1 box of 12 numbers, that brought you $83.50. You had to pay the gas bill, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, and here's what I'm talking about practicality from a mental point of view. I'm serious about something. Poverty is an illusion for black folks. That isn't a natural state for the African. And you must understand that. We live in an extraordinary, rich, powerful universe. All that the Creator has for us is not even available to us. We live on 1/3 of the land mass of this planet. The other 3/4 is covered by water. In the Quran it says, we have given thee a portion of the earth, O man, to see what you will do with it. We don't even have access to the majority of wealth on the planet. So what is this poverty stuff? We're buying it because we're looking with eyes that cannot see. Okay, we want to quit doing that. You're working with the main man, the creator of all things. Doesn't know anything about poverty. The subconscious mind doesn't know anything about poverty. We put that in and get it back. You see? Okay. I don't want to preach here, but I do want to make a point. All right. So here's how you get this. How many ones are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 ones. Okay. Now I do it just the opposite. Put the columns on the inside because I'm left-handed, I guess, if I do that. How many 2s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 2s. 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 threes. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fours. Pay attention to the 5 fours. We'll talk about that in a minute. How many sixes? 1.
How many fives you need?
Yeah, right. 5. Thank you. 1,
2.
2. Okay. 2 fives. Sixes. 1, 1 6. How many sevens? No sevens. On the side here, if right under here, if you have the missing numbers, you place there. 7. How many eights? 1, 1 8. How many nines? 1, 2, 2 nines. How many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 3 zeros. Got to jumble all there together in the mean. 7 here. No sevens. Pay attention to no sevens as you calculate. This is a number that played. It's pronounced when it's a complete absence or minus. It's pronounced when the number that played is a complete absence. Now, by pronouncing, I mean it still has energy. Okay. The 4. It's the only one in here that has 5 of a certain number. 5 is the vibration of change. It often, 60% of the time, that number comes back. The important thing to know about a particular state, how the numbers move. At least 3 times out of the week, one of the numbers from the previous number comes back. That becomes, when you tune into it, your lead number. If you have the correct lead number, you can find the number in the columns embedded. All you need is one number to search with. Okay, everybody got that down? Okay, all right. All right, now, take the 4 as your lead number. You start in this column, and you start at the top of the square looking for the number. Put top of square. That's for all 3 columns. You start with the lead number at the top of the square. The number often appears on, inside, and below the square. This is its designated site. That's about 40 to 50%. But not always. That's why it's important to have the correct lead number. You have 3 opportunities out of 10 to choose the correct number. It isn't hard. Believe me, the hardest thing is picking up the numbers and getting them to the window. Finding it is not the hardest thing. Okay?
You said,
As you become proficient. Huh?
what you said about squares? On
The top of the square, like the number here and here and here, okay, is where you start looking with the lead number. Remember that. All right, now.
What's the lead number?
I just pointed out. What did I just say about? No, I didn't. I said 1. It moves with the 5. 5 fours. Okay. Okay, give me the number on top of the first column here of 047, somebody. What's the number sitting here? Huh?
370.
370 is sitting on top?
No.
Okay. Huh?
Yes. Yes.
Are we right? All right, okay. All right.
481.
481,
592.
592,
603.
603. And what's that?
714.
714. Okay. Now this is the first column, right?
Right.
Okay. So you look at the 4. This is how you find the number. You take one number and you move it up, put an arrow there, like that, so you see what you're doing. To make a composition, if you move this number up, it becomes 470. But we're not looking for it to repeat, those numbers repeat. Then you move it down. So it becomes 492. That's one possibility. Now, yes, by moving this number here down, it becomes 492. Okay? Now, the next step is you move the rest of the numbers towards your lead number. In other words, 4, you move the 7 down, 471. You draw it out, put it on the side. Then you move the next number, 480, by moving it down towards this number, 480. Then you move the other numbers up towards the number, 491. 491, by moving the 9 up to the 4, 491. See that? Mm-hmm. Right. The next one would be move the 2 up, 482. Okay? All right. Then you go to the next 4 in that column, and you do the same thing. Move the 4 up. That would give you 604. Then move the numbers down to the 4, 614. I'm moving this down to this 4. You 0 down would make 704, so you're not looking at that again. That's the first column. You do that in each column in the center first. All right? Here's where you get into an accumulation of numbers. Then you take your next choice of lead numbers, which would be the 7. You do the same thing with the 7. Move the 7 down, 471. Move the 1 up to the 7, 371. That's what I'm looking for tonight, 371. But I would play at 317. Let me put this up. This is my prediction. What about yours?
My mama said don't play them boxing.
Right. Always box your numbers. 317. Fast number. Okay. Then you do the same thing with the 0. To look, you move the 0 up. Then you look at the number here. There's 603 with a 0 in it. Then you move it up, 502. Then you move the 2 down to the 0, 602. Then you move the 5 down, 503. Fast number, 503. That would be my second choice.
503 or old time 3?
Well, I would play 053. No, I wouldn't, because the 0 came in front this time, so it was probably going to come on the end. I would play 305 or 350. It comes faster this way than it does any other. And with the 0 tends to play in New York in the front. That's observation. It tends to come in the front. Seldom does a particular number come in the same position time after time. That's one way you find the correct position of the straight number. What's called straight numbers, where you win the most money. Play a number straight. Okay, yeah. These are little antidotes. Okay. The only law that is true of this system and science and game is any number can play at any given time. That's the only standard law. We're working with energy. Even the astrologers who use the planetary system, because they have to use numerology because they work with numbers, are often off a digit or so. Because in the time that they write the chart, something happens in the universe that changes the position of planets. You know? Okay, that's as far as we're going to go on this. I don't want to spend the whole class on this. But we're going to add some each time. What I want you to do, just for fun, look at that with the lead number of both 4 and 7 and 0 and pick out your forecast. Don't take any more than 10 numbers. Set 10 numbers aside that you predict will be tonight's number in New York. That's all I want you to do. Let's see how good your intuition is. You got between now and 8 o'clock. Number, I think it's pulled at 8 o'clock in New York. Okay? Just for fun. Okay. We'll get to the tic-tac-toe side of the system next Sunday. This is the other part of it. That's part 1.
Now you would go and do that in all three.
All three columns. Right, yeah. This is part 2. Okay, we'll deal with part 2 next Sunday. Okay, now, briefly, give me a number off the top of your head.
521.
521. $215, 521. Give me a number off the top of your head.
480.
40, 2 columns. Give me a number off the top of your head.
216.
9 columns. If you come up with, and that's what this other part is about, come up with the right column, all you have to do is play the column and bet it and go sit down and have a beer. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about what the number is. You got the right column, you got the number. Let's say that we're thinking my 317 is a 1 column. Let's say I'm sure about the 7. I take out all the numbers with a 7 in it. 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers. I pull all of those out. I would not play 704 again. So I don't have to play 3 numbers. Each number, let's say I'm just working with basics here, and I don't know that much about digital movement. Each number plays one 173, 137. 130, got that? Okay.
731.
731? Okay, 731. Each number plays 6 ways. If I wanted to play 56 straight, this would cost me $3, would bring me $250. $6 would bring me $500. $12 would bring me $8,000. Go on and on and on. Okay. That's how you cover a number. Let's say, like, I know this is the fastest form the number falls in, and I would play 317. I'm gonna play $2 straight on it, and a $1 box. ST is straight, DX is box. That's simple. That's $3. If I catch it straight, I got $500, and I've got it in the box. I got $583 for $3. I get my rent paid, and get me some tofu. Okay. This is how one way you use this system to make money. Okay. Let's then what I would do, the other number is in here, this wouldn't count, would be what? 876, which is Cass for Sagittarius this month. I would take $1 and box it. If I had some big bucks, I'd play this one all 6 ways. Just to make sure that I'm getting 500. That's what I would play. But I'm saying if you've got the right column, with a certain amount of certainty, you extract the lead number from with take that lead number and extract it from the column, you play less numbers and still win. If you got the right column, just put 50 cents or $1 on the 12 numbers. You got yourself some money. Okay. How do you do that? How do you find the number? You simply add the numbers together and take the number on the right that shows you the column. 756. 75 is 12. 6 is 18. 8 is on the right. Okay? Give me a number. Any number. Just pop it out. All right, add it up. All right, 7 columns. 520. There's a number missing in this column here. I don't know where it is. I'll find it though. Okay? Give me a number. Any number out of your head. All right, add it up. All right, here's the ninth column. Okay, give me a number. 412. All right, add it up. 7 column. If the number comes to a complete whole number, then you just look in that column. If it comes to double number, take the digit on the right of that double number and look in that column. What's that? That's a blank spot. Okay, it's that simple. Okay, no problem. This works. I mean, even if you didn't have this system here, if you just had this, what I just explained is a winning system. But the tic-tac-toe form shows you how to find the column. There are 120 of these. 110. That's all the 3-digit combinations there are. There are only 10 triples. Triple 4 is spelled here last week. I was born at 4:44 p.m. There are your doubles. There are only 90 of those. Same system. You come, like we said, 700. Let's say the idea came, you're looking for a 7 in the 7 columns. You just play all 9 of these. You would have called it 700 if it had been 700. Okay. For the needy and the greedy, and like this one Taurus brother in Cleveland said, I showed him, what's yours? Says, all I want to do is play all the numbers. Wait a minute, man, wait a minute. This dude got mad at me, man, because I wouldn't sell him the doubles, you know. I'm trying to save him some money. You know, you got to really be accurate if you're going to talk about playing all of 110 numbers or all of 90 numbers. Okay, you play all 110 and a double come on and wipe you out, you know. So you got to know what you're doing. The thing is staying away from the impulse of greed. This makes one really ambitious. Juices start flowing. Your eyes get bigger, you know, because you start seeing these possibilities. And seeing a limit is a part of winning. You know, it's very important to be able to see that. There are some of these numbers that never play. There are some of these that never play. There are some of these slow as dirt going uphill. You know, at 527, the brother Joe Lewis, if anybody knows Joe Lewis, been playing 527 this November. It just fell this month.
Did you catch it?
I don't know if he caught it or not. He's been playing it every day. But he's fairly lucky. You know, he asked God for a Cadillac. So he called his number. He got one. He yelled a Cadillac. Hey, brother, that's how I got my Cadillac. It works. It works. What I want those that have the chart to do is to separate the numbers in this fashion. Put it somewhere where you can see it. You know, I was laying in the bed one day, standing in the brother's house, broke and everything else in Cleveland. I think I had $2 or $3 in my pocket, coffee money, cigarette money, and bus fare, and that's about it. Get me downtown. And the thought came up as I was waking up, getting up off the floor, what the number's going to be today. They had this chart on the wall. So I raised my head up to column 1 like this. I had it up at the top of the thing. 803. I wrote it down, went on downtown, did my workout, sat around, made some affirmations, and finally some people on my show said, what are you doing? Sit down. So I gave her a number. She got me $5. Put me a $1 box on 803, picked out a few other numbers. Bam! $3.50. Spirit will give it to you. Even if you don't need it, the Spirit will give it to you. You know, okay? I want you to know that inside. There's nothing in the universe that wants you to be poor. Nothing. Except the attitude, the assumption that you're poor. Okay? Okay. That's it for the numbers. How much time we got left? We ain't got much time left. I didn't spend all this time on this system here, but we'll get back to it. It's important.
54 minutes.
54 minutes. 54 minutes, okay. Okay, we're going to jump right at the next spiritual faculty, which is divine order. And this certainly is important in relationship to this game, and most importantly to the game of life. Divine order. Why certain things don't work. Divine order. The faculty of divine order is found right in the back of the navel. Right at the back of your navel. Water line. Nava. Navel. Nava. Navail. The water of God. The navel. Has first to do with one's emotions, but it is not based on your emotions. It's based upon your spirit and the energy of your spirit being properly disseminated, properly expanded throughout your body. I'm going to go to Daniel instead of directly to the apostle that's supposedly responsible for the faculty of order in the body of the 12 apostles. So James the Little is given that station. James the Lesser, or James of Alphaeus. But the most important depiction I found at this time is Daniel 5:25. And a very interesting little poem here, kind of a verse. Here, reader. Daniel 5:25. Read that out for us. The first, I think it's 5:25. Yeah, this is on top. Can you pronounce it? Many. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to write on the board anyway. Go ahead. Read out loud for him.
Just that one verse, or?
Yeah, yeah, that's what we're going to work with.
Now, this is the inscription that was written out. Many, Sekil, Ufarsi.
This is an Egyptian hieroglyph of Osiris. Isis, you don't have any budget books here, do you? Budget
Yeah, you got Osiris, Egyptian resurrection.
Okay, hand me that book. Let me see if I can quickly find. Yeah.
One green.
Hand me that one. You got both of them. Hand me both. Let me look at this cover. Might be on the cover here. On one of the books, it is on the cover. Yeah, it is here. Wonderful. Very good, Uma. This Hekiel Hufarbason. You have been weighed in the balance and found wanting. That's where the so-called Hebrew God got this principle of divine order, which is balance. That's the whole principle right there in hieroglyphic writing. Very good. In divine, Daniel 5:25. In divine order, one is looking for mental balance, emotional balance, rational balance. The vibration of 4 is the number we're talking about. Everybody got this? That's the geometric construct of balance. That's why they wore the headpiece. Egyptian pharaoh initiate war. The symbol of the square is given in that headpiece. 4, the geographic square, the geometric square is the symbol of the perfect mind of God. The hieroglyphic position for that is this. And this. Perfect mind. When your life has order, there is no dis-ease, no sickness, no anxiety, no worry, no conflict. Order is not given by chemistry. It is not given by emotion. Order is given by the peculiar or particular law of rhythm. In other words, you can't take a medicine to put yourself in order. You change your rhythmic pattern. That's how you obtain divine order. For many of you that have the excess of the 2 vibration, music will put you in divine order. All you have to do is sit down and put it on and sit there and let the music do it. For the rest of us who are not so profoundly affected by music, we can affirm with a single thought, chant, pray, meditate. Most people try or strive to get back into order by going to sleep. Sometimes it works. Most of us don't have the luxury of sleeping for 24 hours or 48 hours or 6 weeks, as the Himalayan yoga might do. And go to sleep for 6 weeks. And his system goes back into order. I hesitate to mention Bhagwan, because Bhagwan was on the come from somewhere else. But Bhagwan closed down his speaking faculties for 7 years. Sufi said nothing for 7 years. His whole nervous system rested for 7 years. 2 years later, he left the planet. He was through. You got to have karma to stay down here. You can't be Jesus and stay down here. You got to be Jesus with a little knucklehead. I'm trying to think of the master's name. Been down years, 125 years, who had virtually walked halfway across the planet to give knowledge to the kings and queens of the earth about the coming of the new age. And he had so purified his whole being that he started to smoke cigarettes so he could get cancer, so he could stay down here. Of course, he'd get cancer and heal it, then get it again and heal it. But it became a joke at that level. Sickness is a toy the masters play with. There's no such thing in their mind. But it lets us know that our potentiality. Harmony is important, particularly for the African, because of the tremendous power of melanin in our blood and our brain. The howling and shouting and screaming does more havoc on that person's body, brain, and nervous system than it does to the one that they're aiming it at. But believe me, when they aim it, it goes there. You know, you can really hurt someone with your spoken word. That's how much natural energy power you have. Melanin is wonderful, but it is also terrible. You know, you can tear up your whole world with that stuff in your blood. And as black folks keep doing. Due to ignorance. It's really a blessing to be us. But the best of that blessing is to know us. We are made with power, not just for power. They aren't even finished with the discovery of melanin. You know, we just got started. You know, this substance was found out in 1885. Europeans, they were calling it pigment at the time. I read about this first time in a palmistry book. It was published by Jacob Ben Haim, an old European Jew, probably a sorceress. Anyway, he understood the nature of melanin, but as I said, they were calling it pigment. And stated that the European lost his melanin in the cold climate, because in cold weather, melanin heats the body. It doesn't colorate the skin. And we all know that because when it gets cold, we get lighter. You know, I remember one time I looked at my hand one winter's day, thought I was yellow. It got scared me, you know. Then in the summer, it comes back and it starts colorating the skin, the eyes, the hair. But most importantly, it synthesizes the nervous system. Therein is the spiritual key. What it does for your nervous system. Gives you 2, 4, 6, 8. The same harmonics of the universe. That's why it's important for us to meditate, chant, and sing. One reason why we got so many outstanding singers in our group. Well, there's some good white singers, 1 or 2. There are some singers who are good there. But I venture to say that the greatest of voices are among ours. The greatest. And they have yet to discover what they could do with their voice when they get hooked up to both their higher spirit and the higher idea of music. You get illuminated with a divine singer. The closest one I know of around our period was Marian Anderson. Make it vibrate. You know. But let me exclude Johnny Coleman in Chicago. She sung some, as you were singing, some European song. Hit my crown chakra, and then vibrating. You know. Wow. You know, that was just, you know, she wasn't intending to do that deliberately. Just how her spirit worked through her power center. Energy, order, mellow, thought. Keep those in mind. They affect each other. The other part that comes, let me put this on the board because this just came back up. I think the first class just came to my mind. These are all hooked in. And for us, I gotta spell that right. These are all tied in. Any one of those that's thrown out of order affects the rest of them in terms of mind and imagination. When you get angry and start seeing somebody that you want to slap upside the head or knock down or wish something bad would happen to them, you throw the rest of your mind mentation out of order. You can't separate them unless you deliberately do so. But you certainly can't separate them with negative thought. That your energy, your spirit is hooked into what you imagine in your mind. And when you imagine something with your emotions, by your feeling nature, love preferably, what you should be doing, but when anger gets in there, it distorts the imagination. Understand the power, right side of the brain, of the African's ability to imagine. Because we have imagined a vain thing instead of a wonderful thing about ourselves and our world. These are interlaced and interlocked. That's important to know. This is what gives you dis-ease. What you imagine and what you feel becomes your mental reality, and it manifests on your mental plane. If you're going to think a particular thought that's positive, you must imagine that thought and feel that same thought as positive. If something haunts or torments you, you take the thought in meditation and separate it from the emotion. You take the picture and separate it from the emotion. Oh. Glad that came back to me pretty much off. There's one other little important, well, I did put it in there, but not clearly. This one here, it's tied in with the rest of them. Ah, yes, breath, which is emotion, which is a testament of the fact of mind and emotion as power. You start getting mad, you start imagining all kind of things you're getting ready to do, right? If the picture is negative, then the picture will affect the emotions. If the emotions are negative, then the emotions will affect the picture. This is how women find the assailant. By fear. And with the fear, instead of turning left or right like their spirit said, they turn the opposite way in their car. Or come down the wrong steps when the spirit said go down those steps. Or don't go out there. Out of fear. One is drawn to the very thing that they fear the most. One is drawn to the very thing that they hate the most. But importantly, one is drawn to the very thing that they love the most. And they draw the very thing that they love the most to themselves. That's the correct use of the law of attraction. That's order. These must be in sync to have divine order. What you think, imagine, feel, and breathe. There's a yogic technique for releasing the picture of the thing that bothers one, particularly fearful things, because it's very difficult to let go of certain things. If imagining suddenly seeing yourself getting hit by a car, for instance. Example, the little white woman that got run over by the bus bus rental before. You know? And she got paid. But I wonder, I won't accuse her of anything, I wonder what she had been imagining how she was going to get paid. It's very peculiar, isn't it? And she couldn't get her foot out of the way. Maybe she didn't want to get her foot out of the way. Those accidents that happen when somebody comes up and bumps you in the back and you get whiplash. Oh, did you plan that? Oh, yeah, I suspect so. Making a psychological assumption. I need $1,500. The subconscious get busy. Well, go through here and go through there. There'll be a car coming in. Boom! I got it. Just start laying down. Oh, call Brady. Okay, that's your own imagination. Believe me now. My advice, don't do that. No, I'm leave it alone. Don't do that. Okay? Don't put yourself as victim. You put yourself as victor. That there are thousands of other ways to prosper. Don't put yourself in the victim's position. You may not get a chance to collect, though you might get paid. Okay? Watch what you imagine, for you shall surely have it. Imagine what is wonderful, what is good, what is beautiful, what is harmonious, what is loving, what is wise. Imagine those things in your life. You already have the power of imagination. And coupled with this melanin and your feeling nature, you get it on the right foot, and you can get it done. You put it on the wrong foot, and you'll become one of the finest prophets of doom you've ever met. I knew that was going to happen. Did I tell you that? Did I tell you that? I did that. Imagination, emotions, energy, the breath. By bringing the negative thought to your third eye at night, preferably, when you get ready to go to bed. And seeing the event, then you breathe in and blow out. As you blow out, enough times you break the seal between the emotions and the thought. And the thought just becomes a floating picture through your mind, released from the seal of your emotions. The manufacturer of thought and things, your energy, your emotions, your breath, released from the picture, releases it from manifesting on this plane. Simply by watching the picture and then next morning you wake up, you don't feel the same thing. Same way you did about that thing, whatever it is. I'm not going to try to name, I don't name all that stuff. Whatever it is, that's how you release it. One way, you release it from your emotions, so it does not manifest in your physiological life. Yes, my brother.
How would you bring something into your emotion? Take, for instance, you want to look at want to vision a certain picture, a certain image. What would be a technique to bring that in?
We've been doing that with
Yeah.
Visualization.
Yeah.
Yes. By sealing it in, you seal it in by seeing yourself
Right.
doing that thing, with that thing, sitting in the car, in the new house, with the new job, the new whatever, putting yourself in the picture, feeling you're there, talking to someone in there, making it mentally real, then it must become physically real. If you can feel it, you can have it. If you can see it, feel it, you can have it. You see yourself with hands full of money. You know, I think it's one reason why the pimp gets over so easy. Always talking about, Papa's jam like footballs, brother. You know, I mean, even if he ain't got it, he's still talking, you know. And sure enough, he comes up with some money. This make me so mad, dude. But they have prosperity consciousness. Because, like I said, they don't do nothing with it. How much time we got? 35 minutes, okay. 5 more minutes. A Bible, my wisdom, okay. I will at least point out these scriptures. Matthew 12:44. I know everybody got their Bible, I won't even ask. I think yes, 12:44. Right, 44. Then it says, well, let's go back here so we find who it is. 12:43. Let's start there. Now, when the unclean spirit goes out of a man, it passes through waterless places, seeking rest, and does not find it. Then it says, I will return to my house from which I came. And when it comes, it finds it unoccupied, swept, and put in order. Let me read the rest of this garbage. Then it goes and takes along with it 7 other spirits, more wicked than itself. They go in and live there. How did it find it? Unoccupied. It's one thing to negate. In other words, it's one thing just to pray and call on the Lord. Ask to be helped. Ask God for mercy. That's just one thing. And then go on about your business. Leaving your house, your whole mind unoccupied with divine thought, with divine business, with spiritual power and light, with divine intent. Like the individual goes to church Saturday night during prayer service and gets passionate and prays and gets healed and comes back next week with the same disease. This is the Lord that cursed me, Rabbi, and I didn't know how to. Got the healing, but didn't know how to keep it. It's one thing to cleanse one's consciousness. The other is to keep it cleansed. You're supposed to be about the business of divine thought 24/7. If you're not using your mind, someone else is, particularly in this cycle we're in, where the power of evil suggestion is running paramount in the Western Hemisphere. But most of all, if you're not dealing with your conscious mind, you're leaving it available to your subconscious mind. The bottomless pit, the great abyss, or abyss, abyss, either one, for negative thought. Negative thought, negative energy, and negative energy, and negative rhythm works 24/7 if you're not working positive thought, energy, and rhythm. In other words, it's not enough just to pray, meditate, and affirm, and then get up and go about the business of the world. You leave your consciousness open for negative forces. So you carry a positive attitude. That's what a meditative posture is, where you become focused here, here, and here. So when you sit down on the bus or in your car, and you lean back, the first thing you feel is peace, or joy, or serenity, or calmness. That's the posture that comes from meditating, where you don't have to consciously do it because it gets locked into your subconscious. It'll start straightening your back up from this posture to this, to this. So when you sit down, you automatically feel peace, joy, some fruit of the Spirit, some divine thought just comes to your mind. That's the meditative posture. You striving. That's divine order. And from that vantage point, you move through your day as the Lord of the earth. That's who you are. Any questions? There's some other goodies in here, but I want to get us to meditation here. We're going to do something very unusual here today with those same mantras, wazifas, divine words that black folks ain't used to doing. Because we are from an oral culture, and that's only half true. We're from a spiritual culture that became oral. I'll mention these books here before we go. Okay, put everything down. Lean back. We're going to internalize the divine words where they have the most good from and for within us. The yogi internalizes Om for hours. We are just practicing, okay? This 30 minutes is not going to bring you to G-O-D. You got to put some time in these mantras, chants and wazifas, to get something out so that you can have the kind of balance where you can sit for 3, 4, 6 hours and get so absorbed in your consciousness that time no longer exists for you. And it will happen. But you have to practice. Taking the mantra to the third eye center is going to be a little difficult because we're used to speaking from here, from the mouth and throat center. You're going to speak here. By bringing your attention up to the third eye, in bringing the concept, we're going to begin with Om. I think that's, no, it's not the easiest one, but it's easy. Where you bring the thought up, and you see the 2 letters, O-M, and you begin moving your forebrain, your prefrontal lobes, with the idea of Om. Now what's going to happen is that it's going to cut your breathing off. Because remember, your mind is laced into your breathing. Okay? So what you do is back up, relax, so you can do this while you breathe. You don't want to try to hold your breath for 30 minutes. Okay? But it takes practice. But what you're going to do is strengthen your brain power with this thought, so that you can throw a thought out. What occurs? By using a divine word inwardly, it strengthens all of the faculties in your brain and the prefrontal brain lobes. They have muscles. They have strength. They have muscle and strength, and they have power. But you got to do some curls, some mental curls there, my brother. Okay? Just bring the idea, as soon as Venus swallows a bubble gum, you can't chew and do this at the same time, Venus. You ain't that smart. Bring your attention up to the point between your eyebrows. That's the reference of the yogi. Between the eyebrows. So the faculty is in the center of the head. The focal point is between your eyebrows. Bring the word O-M, Om, there. Breathe, keep breathing. Now mentally chant. Okay, relax. Take some breaths. Who was not here when we did Tao? Everybody is aware of Tao? One, just two? Okay, well, you all leave Tao alone. We'll get back to you. Okay, you're going to bring Tao up to the mind. Bring it up, close your eyes. Do this in your imagination. You can't look out at the world and see the value of imagination. Close your eyes. Bring T-A-O up to the third eye. Kick it off up here in the mind, not in the palate, not with the tongue, with the mind. Keep breathing. Do it again. Take it back up there. Relax. Breathe. Okay. Yahuwah. Now this is one where you picture the activity thoroughly by seeing Yahuwah turn between your eyes. Yahuwah, 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 Yahuwah. Turning right between your eyes, hearing the sound of Yahuwah on the mental plane. Breathe in. All right, relax, breathe out. Okay. You want to put the tape on for us, my brother? Brother, place your hands on your lap there so you don't grip them. Tend to experience your emotions in meditation. If you're holding on to part of your body, you'll close off your circuits by gripping. You're supposed to relax every part of your body. Turn it up some for me, would you? Okay. Focus on your heart chakra. We're going to stay on the heart chakra throughout this 12 series. Then we're going to go to between the eyebrows. But the heart is important for the African. The heart is very important. To get it open and filled with love. Very important.
What color was it?
Be quiet. Be quiet. Don't worry about colors. Center it. Your heart chakra. Just center it. Spirit already knows what color it is. Move your attention right to your navel, right behind your navel. Place your attention right behind your navel, where the faculty of divine order is. Feel the energy coming into your navel. attention on your navel. You use this after me. My mind and body is in perfect order. Together. My mind and body is in perfect order. 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 Now relax. Focusing upon your solar plexus. Right in front of the navel and its faculty is the solar plexus, the center of wisdom. I live, move, and have my being in perfect order. Together. I live, move, and have my being in perfect order. Together. I live, move, and have my being in perfect order. Once again. I live, move, and have my being in perfect order. Take 3 deep breaths. We're going to do Om outwardly now. Again. Again. Relax. Feel the energy. Now you're going to place your attention on your navel. We're going to do Tao. See Tao at your navel area, in the solar plexus, in the midriff of your stomach. You're going to place the Tao, rather than up, near the crown chakra, in front of the brain. Get your attention focused on your navel. Take 3 deep breaths. Now breathe in. Down, down, down. Again. Solo. Now just feel the power. See the light in your solar plexus, a round circle of light. That's where the energy is stirring. It's already there. Put your attention there and feel it. Your midsection. Your solar plexus. Like a sun. I am filled with the power of God. Together. I am filled with the power of God. I am filled with the power of God. Again. I am filled with the power of God. Keep your attention focused on your solar plexus. See this ball of light inside your solar plexus. Together. I am filled with the power of God. Again. I am filled with the power of God. Again. I am filled with the power of God. Now imagine this energy spreading throughout your entire solar plexus area, your chest, your legs, your feet, your shoulders, your arms, your head. See this light expanding throughout your entire body. Ball of light slowly expanding, not quickly. Slowly getting bigger and bigger. Bigger, bigger. Bigger. Feel the energy. Expanding. Pure energy, pure light, expanding. Solos, solar, sun, plexus, place of the sun. In your mid-drift area, expand the energy. I'm filled with peace of God. Far together. I am filled with the peace of God. Again. I am filled And so it is. Love, peace, and power. And so it is. Okay. Thank you very much. Oh, one other thing. Should have mentioned this earlier. Those of you whose charts I did, look on there and find your cell salt and write it down. Can you read that for me? Oh, you got it? Okay. All right. Your cell salt, based on your birth sign. We'll get way into cell salt. Got everybody got it? They have a copy of copies of the Moors in Spain. And this is the only book that deals with the whole of the story